there you go, guys. We are starting third series of the day with me, Orlu. Don't forget to follow him, guys, because he's great. And now we are starting with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. And Orlu, we have, oh my god, we are back 20 years ago. Hans versus Mongols. In your face. I mean, we need to talk about these civilizations. If you want to talk, let's talk. But I'm gonna play a beautiful overlay here, even with sound, for the Hans, because I'm a fan from the Hans. There you go. Hans civilization, Mr. Orlu. What do you think, man? Hans against being popular?
I mean, Huns are one of those civs that's like, they're really popular because, yes, they're strong for all the reasons that they've always been good, but beyond that, they're just, they feel very smooth to play. Like, everyone knows how to play Huns. I mean, like, most people have played a lot of games as Huns. Same deal with Mongols, so I think that the comfort factor is honestly really important for a lot of players, and that you can play Huns pretty optimally, and you can just go for pretty much anything.
Okay. Then now we're gonna check and talk about the Mongols, because I also want to play the Mongols music. Yes, let's go. Mongols, civilization. Who don't know those soundtrack? Hans and Mongols. Well, the Mongols in this map can be solid. It's gonna go probably up fast, and we might see maybe a old style. Well, both with the scouts and then full feudal. I would love to see this, Orlu.
Oh yeah, Mongols, been my favorite civ since I was a little kid. Always going to be very dangerous. Uptimes can be quite scary, but I would be lying if I said that Mongols have a nice time in this matchup. I feel like Huns, especially in mid-game, like, Huns are one of the best civs in the game in Castle Age, and Mongols are very weak in Castle Age, so I feel like it could be a really big problem for Mongols to ever get to Mangudai. Like, yeah, if you get to Mangudai, you're happy, but I don't know how you get there.
Exactly, that's the problem, and that's why I was, let's put in quote, that I was complaining about the Mongols' choice. Being said that, we see, and we start to see that there's only 3 villages on wood. And how is the maps? The maps, well, I like the map for Babaorum. Why? Because you got the wood at the back, there is another, and the goal at the back also that could be safely defended with some walls from the left or from the right side from that wood line. Other than that, in front is, yeah, all open, but still he has the most important resources in a safe position, Orlu.
Yeah, the most important resources, of course, would be the 2 cacti in the back of his base. Cacti, very famous on the Arabian Peninsula, despite being native to Southwest America and northern Mexico.
I bring Orlu, guys. I bring Orlu. I regret that decision. No, I don't regret that decision. He's such a troller. I was focused so much about the resources placement, and he made the joke. He killed me, man. He really killed me, man. Unbelievable. Anyway, now... such a nasty Orlu. And now blue with berries in front, wood at the back, gold at the back with another what? What he has that goal, main goal from Villese. Another beautiful what? Well, it's very close there, you see? You see? Yeah. But the map is not terrible also for Villese. He can wall that 2 woodline on the right side between, and then till the edge of the map, and the goal is safe. So no, I mean the maps are more open, but this is not really terrible maps. What do you think?
You know, as far as maps go for KOTD Arabia, honestly, I think both are pretty solid. Like, if this were Ladder Arabia, you'd be very sad, but considering how bad these maps can get, never forget the VV map.
Yes.
That was a nightmare. Like, this is totally fine by comparison, but something I really want to point out is that Villese is going to go 20 pop up, but he actually went for Elephant before even getting a lumber camp. Like, he got it with like his 7th villager or something like that, and I think this is a really interesting adaptation just to the prevalence of laming, especially when you're up against a civ like Mongols.
Yeah, good point. Also, to be as quick as Mongols, because look, he's faster than the Mongols up, which is amazing. So he's trying to be definitely with the initiative in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you as Huns are as fast up as Mongols, then you have the faster working stables. So you should have just a nice edge, and then your eco bonus is going to really start to kick in with not needing to build houses and all that stuff. So this is already, I think, a very strong start from our Finnish player.
Okay, well, 9 minutes 17, 9 minutes 19. is doing some walls. And, okay.
Yeah, I think just scouts from both, right? I don't think anything else would make a lot of sense.
Oh, he's doing some small palisade. And... well, he's gonna go scout, obviously. And now let's see, the micro is really important. We don't see yet any walls from Villese. Villese is not walling anything. He has how many villages on berries? He got 4. Both are pretty much the same, with 2 lumber camps as well, which is the standard. And where is he gonna make this table? Close to the barrack? Yeah, close to the barrack. From Babaorum, and the same for Villese. So, pretty much the same till now. Everything the same. Would you go spears? Both are going spears. So the answer is there, but I think is the way to go, right?
Yep. I had like, right as you said that, I'm like, I wonder if they're both going for spearmen or if one of them are going to try and skip it. Oh, yep. We're all on the same page. This is just, like, everything about this is just so, I think, familiar for players, and of course, you and I as well, that it's just like, it really is going to be more a battle of mechanics than strategy.
Yeah, but I see a really huge China wall. This is so greedy from red. It's not better to try to wall closer to the woodline, closer to the resources instead of getting those, because first, this is gonna be really hard to finish, and if you finish, it's gonna be really easy to break if you are sending 4 or 5 scouts to almost till the edge of the map. How are you gonna send a villager there in time to wall? I mean, for me, those palisades make no sense at all.
No.
Yeah.
Like, why not just wall to the TC? Like, you know, take the house to the north, wall to the TC, same thing on the other side, and then you can just, like, you know, no wall to the edge of the map.
Yeah, I have to agree. Sorry that I changed the topic. Orlo Rockstar, you got a point. I have sought out PKZ during the last 2 days, but I really think, I don't know what you think, guys, that the overlay is not only great, it's also looking amazing, which is also a good part from the overlay, but it's super efficient. We got everything we need. We even got the Villese dead now in the KD. So, mi amigo, my friend PKZ, thank you so much for all what you do for this game, for this community, and also for me personally. It's just amazing, insane. Hopefully now, Rockstar, you are more happy, okay? More happy. But you are absolutely right. And I check the chat as much as I can, guys. I can't all the time, but thank you guys for pointing out important things like this. Archery range, 5 scout. Now he's going for the archery range. Is what I was about to say. Look at the walls here. I mean, when you send 2-3 archers, you break those palisades with the scouts.
Oh yeah, just like the house at the very end of the super long wall. It's like, yep. That's really going to help in the defense. Really get that nice, more HP area at the very end.
Yeah, man, it's... I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand those, but let's see if he's going to go aggressive. He's doing second archery range. He's playing completely standard like the Hans. Now he's coming with 1 scout, 2 spears, but did he see the... Okay, wait a bit. Did he see the archery ranges? He can see 1. Okay, and now he's getting attacked in the berries. Let's see if Villese is gonna notice, because this is a good attack by red. He distract on the right side, and now he's sending the scouts into the berries. I like this. I really like this, and he's taking 1 villager already, and good time delayed for Villese.
Very nicely done, honestly, from Babaorum. Sort of peeling off with a couple scouts to try and, you know, get Villese to send the units to the right side, and then striking at the left side of the forage bushes with his scouts, delaying the archery range, doing all that good stuff. And okay, so there will be an archery range coming in here for red. Hopefully he notices that there was an overchop and there's now a hole in his wall. But I think he's probably going to want to just defend with skirmishers.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Look at the score. I mean, it's not the most important. Obviously, Babaorum has probably explored much better than Villese. Definitely, he did, and that's why they scored different. Ooh, another villager down. No, he stopped it. Now he's gonna take it. Got it.
He's gonna get the villager, but the archery range comes up, and that's actually, I think he was on stand ground, so it didn't pursue the villager instantly, which is a little unfortunate, but Babaorum is actually
he took another.
Quite well for himself.
Arlo, he took another in the goal. Look at the dead body. He's already 3 villages, man. He took already 3 villages, and Babaorum is playing great. Look at the score. 400 score ahead. 3 villages ahead, and with only a scout, he keep the most important. He keep Villese out of his base, and the resources are looking so good. I don't know if he has archery range. Now he got archery ranges. fantastic gameplay by Red, man.
Yeah, nicely done for our Frenchie. I'm kind of surprised he's going into archers now. It feels like a little late. As in, like, if you were going to go for archers, you'd think you'd go for them a little bit sooner. But I guess it's fine.
I think he did more scouts than Villese, and that way he's getting the advantage. Because he was raiding with more, I think, and that's why he's now doing the archers slower, doing the blacksmith. 5 Villese ahead. It's true that Villese got to wheelbarrow. Okay, so man, that's kind of impressive then, because he lost 3 Villese. Wheelbarrow is done, so he will be already with 36 Villese. So yeah, he's not that behind then. This cage at least, but he can attack.
It's certainly not the end of the world. Blacksmith now on the way here for Villese. And Fletching's just going to be coming in pretty soon. And I think this should honestly be somewhat stable as both get to Castle Age. With Villese actually getting there faster.
Wow. I mean, this is what these players are doing all the time. I mean, you feel like Red did amazing. He was raiding, taking Villese, and then Villese 2 into 1 minute Castle Age. How you explain that, Orlo? Because it's incredible, really.
Just fantastic macro from Villese. Oh, but Archer's going to come in, going to get another villager snipe. One more for the road, not quite.
Okay, he took another. Now he's there with the archers to defend. And Fletching, well, he didn't make the Fletching, so yeah, no horse collar for any of the players. But he has wheelbarrow even. It's just crazy, man, really. How they managed to control everything at the same time. I mean, if he was getting attacked, and then macro like this. Unbelievable. It's gonna take a village, right? Yeah, another village down. Okay. 7 villages behind. 7 villages behind. And, well, Red is not far from going up. Ooh,
a nice little fight, though, for Villese on the right side. Was able to kill several archers of Babaorums. And I think you just go for a ton of cav archers right now if you're Villese, right? That's probably going to be your best bet.
Yeah, also to raid properly, because the wood line is, you can see, it's very exposed. More scouts are coming. Be careful. Another village down. Another village down. Okay. This is already 10 villages behind. And Red is clicking up now. With 10 villages behind, he really have to be careful. Yeah, he's gonna be in castle, but I don't know, man. 10 villages behind. Now, Villese really need to make the damage, and quick.
Yeah, but, you know, his crossbowmen, or well, will be crossbowmen, are stuck on the other side of the map. I mean, of course, Babaorum is going to, you know, 180 nope his way back home. Going to keep at least most of his archers alive, and it's now a matter of can he survive. He has a lot of frontier to defend, though.
Okay, well,
third range.
Yeah. Many scouts, so many archers, and okay. Ballistic.
Well, Babaorum loses those archers before Castle Age. He's probably just going to be going ballistic, even if he doesn't get the upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, Ballistic is huge at this point. He can take everything. If he's getting inside, he can do a massive damage. And now you can see how he's, of course, getting closer. He's 6 villages behind, but he's still... Well, no, he did wheelbarrow too. Let's see those with Ballistic. Remember, this is the first time that Villese is going to try and definitely attack Babaorum. Still now gonna get those archers. The scouts are far from the action. He can do anything. Nah, Ballistic is now dominant, man. Just
yeah,
he can. Yeah, he's dominant completely. Look how he's killing all the units now, slowly and slowly. Damn.
It's it's such a powerful upgrade, especially when it comes to forcing engagements. So, like, if you have ballistics and you're attacking, it's just so hard for anyone to not die. And oh, this could be a disaster for Babaorum. Like, yeah, he got some amazing villager snipes earlier, but right now he has 21 idols. Oh no.
Okay, I don't see that many idols. What minute you are? I am in 2450.
Oh, I was like 2 seconds behind you.
Okay.
He had 21
it's
idols
fine.
like a second ago.
Okay. Well, it was because he was going about to be inside, but now it's okay. Now he's trying to go. That man, really, it's crazy how this game it works. Like, he was looking so great, now he has the ballistic and he's taking absolutely everything. He's still ahead in 5 Villese. The game is still close, but now the amount of farm is just insane. So, what Red should do? Should try to make another TC, should go now for Siege. He's doing nice, but those knights got Bloodlines and +1. With Bloodlines and +1, he's not gonna do anything against those crossbows, really. Orlu.
Not especially. Villese is going to be going up to his 3rd TC, and this is, I think, going to be... It's the scary time for Mongols versus Huns, because... Well, Huns are going to have such a great eco, the military numbers are going to be climbing steadily, as, you know, with all that saved wood from not needing to build houses and whatnot. And especially if he makes a switch over into Cav Archers, it could be really hard to deal with.
Okay, well, the scouts are going, there's so many crossbows.
Babaorum going for his own university, but he's still only on the 1 TC as far as I can tell. So he's going to really need to make something happen.
Wow, he's losing out a lot. Villese still also some idols. Villese, I don't know why. Oh, there's a lot of Villese and idol for Villese in his economy. Okay, but the amount of farming now for Villese is insane. I mean, it's hard to explain for the viewers, right, Orlu, how Red was looking so great in early game. Even like that, Blue advanced to castle because his macro is superior, is better, and then now he's just unable to do anything at all. Just look, Villese has 6 Villese lost according to the overlay. Babaorum didn't lose a single Villese yet, and Villese is already ahead with Villese numbers. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Finally
it's just a matter of
down.
castle age timing, and then forcing your opponent back, and then just keeping him with a not super efficient economy, and yeah, now Villese just has a really sick advantage. He's now ahead in villagers, getting Cav Archers, he's working towards the better army. Good stuff.
No, it's fantastic, fantastic, but Villese need to be careful, huh? Need to be careful because maybe this player is not as powerful as him, but the aggression that Babaorum did against some of the player, he won't recover like this.
No, and with the +2 defense now in, those skirmishers are a lot scarier versus the crossbowmen.
Okay, you're right.
But it's still... Something needs to happen very, very soon for Babaorum if he wants to take this game. Otherwise, the eco is just going to completely snowball out of control.
Yeah, it will be sick. He got a 2nd TC, and he's mining, well, quite a lot of villages on stone. Maybe a drop a castle forward would be a good one, absolutely. But the 10 village is different, it's already there. 10 village is different, he's coming with some Cav Archers. Let's see if he's gonna notice the multitasking or not. Well, Ballistic are doing the job again. There you go, and Villese down, another Villese down, and now slowly, Villese, it's gonna explode. Not only military, but also in Villese number difference.
Well, not really. I mean, Huns don't get gunpowder. I don't know how he's going to explode.
My God, my God, my God, someone, blacklist Orlu, please, someone blacklist. I mean, I can't do it myself. Actually, I can't do it. I'm the host. I will mute it, man.
Oh, it feels bad,
Orlu,
man.
what is this, man? You're killing me, man. I'm so tired for this. Well, better now that in the 8 cities, okay? So I can handle, Knights and crossbows
there's
with the
plenty more to
hands bomber cannons. And let's see. Okay.
So many crossbow here.
Well, my mods, do you see why I got mods? My mods said they still got petards. Do you see? They still got petards. Okay. 9 villas, 8 villas behind. I don't know what to say now. You kill me, Orlu.
Oh, man.
No, but the army now is almost the same, which is kinda also surprising and really well done by Babaorum. These skirmishes +2/+2 are gonna deal properly, but the problem is the siege. So he needs siege himself.
Yeah, definitely. The skirmishers are going to be performing very poorly against mangonels, and now we're seeing a switch coming in from Villese. It's going to be for the, the cavalry play, the knights. And with so few knights of his own, it's going to be, I think, really tough here for Babaorum. It's interesting that he like go for some cav archers, but he never, I think, went up to the 3 ranges. So it was never going to be like a big commitment. And I think it did a really good job forcing a huge overcommittal into skirmishers from Babaorum.
Yeah, well, he got the kill. He's trying to kill the knights. He's killing the knights. Red is doing a good job still. He got the kill, and now he's doing the job there. Pity that he didn't have a mangle, but those skirmishes are doing an amazing job. The skirmish is getting closer. It's only 8 villages difference. Man, Babaorum is doing the job. He's playing well.
Yeah. Villese, he can't be overconfident. He needs to be careful in how he takes fights. He's got +2 defense. He's getting foraging, husbandry. He just needs the knight numbers. And it seems like he's kind of struggling on gold income. He did get a little bit of a counterattack from some crossbows and skirmishers, but that's all going to get cleaned up. And yeah, just a little bit of hiccup in terms of production, but I think Villese is fine.
But look at Babaorum. He's now being smart. He's feeling what is going to happen. He got the skirmishes, and he's adding how many? I will show you. For that, I put the 4K. 1, 2, 3, 4 stables and chainbarding armor as well. Knights or camels? I mean, camels and skirmishes together might be a really good combination against the hands right now.
Yeah, certainly. Camels, I think, are going to be a bit better because otherwise you're just kind of doing the same thing as your opponent, but worse, because knight plus crossbow is better than knight plus skirmisher, because the crossbows deal better damage to the knights than the skirmishers deal. So yeah, should be camels.
Of course, it camels. But man, I mean, look, he's playing really good. I don't know this Babaorum. He's playing against Villese. Many times has been considered Villese top 10 player for many people in many tournaments, and he's only 10 villages behind. He's doing a really good job, except that he's doing now the horse collar, but not even horse collar for Villese, so we can't blame him for that upgrade. Now doing a monastery, and he's doing knights. He's not going for okay. Well, he does have a lot of resources to make knights. One difference that is important here. 50 farmers Villese, 50 farmers, that's huge. 35. 35 is okay, but 50 farmers with the hands, he's gonna spam army forever.
Yeah, he's actually already got 1k food in the bank. Just needs a little bit more gold income, and then he can get up to Imperial Age, I think, without too much issue. Already with pretty good knight numbers, and if the crossbowmen can help snipe the knights and then just run away, like, all those skirmishers are just going to melt to just, you know, 4 or 5 knights from Villese, and oh, that's exactly what's happening, even focusing down the few crossbowmen. That's so beautiful.
Yes, it's so beautiful for Villese, not for Babaorum, because Babaorum now need to go back. I don't know. Well, go to the TC, should be okay. The problem is, and this is the difference between the players, right? He's not getting raided at home, Orlu, and with the same amount of town centers, Villese is still 20 villages ahead, and he lost more villages than Babaorum during all the game. So just look how they macro and multitask that are able to do this, Orlu.
Yeah, it's like they're almost, you know, freaking machines, having that constant villager production. The knight just sniping the monk instantly, and this is looking pretty over. As soon as Villese can afford a castle, he can go with a forward castle, and then he can even switch into Tarkans if he's feeling wild. The defensive castle for Babaorum is nice to help on the left side, but it doesn't really help at all on the right side, so it's still kind of awkward.
He killed it all. I mean, he killed it all. Villese with the hands power, with spamming knights. He got the crossbows and did an amazing damage. Well, I was surprised that Red didn't do maybe the camels there, because he didn't got a lot of crossbows, and honestly, the camels with the bonus especially they have against the cavalries will be great. But still, that castle for Babaorum on the left. The players are always going for the hill, but why he's not doing that castle? I'm asking you. Orlu, in front to the main TC, between where the 3 skirmishes are, for example, because he's coming through that area. Why you want that castle on that hill on the left when your opponent is coming complete in front? I don't get it, really.
Yeah,
don't get it.
I guess he's gonna try and stonewall to just try and funnel the army of Villese over to the left side, but I don't really think you can do that. I think you need 2 castles to help defend here. But I think the big problem coming in is going to be Imperial Age.
Yes, it's gonna be an Imperial. He probably will go Cavaliers also. Don't be so surprised he will go press a +3 attack. Now the knights are in the north for Babaorum. Why you are trying to kill the palace? And it's open! It's open! Explore a little bit, man! He's open. Just ready. You see, and now you tell him, wall it because I'm here. Come on. Anyway, he's gonna break it. I'm gonna be inside. Gonna try to raise some more. There's more knights here in the south. I'm gonna probably try to kill that mango now. But the biggest problem here, like you said, is the Imperial time for Villese, while red is not even close to go up.
Not remotely close, and forward castle now coming in here for our blue player, and some trebs coming out. That could just be almost impossible to deal with, and something that Babaorum does not want is to lose any Mangudai at this point. You cannot afford to get your Mangudai numbers clipped at all.
Well, if Babaorum is now going forward, if he's going forward, he maybe have the army to counter that, and nah, the Hans produce the knights so fast. Even if he got now more army in the south, he definitely don't have the army to stop that castle. And like you said, he's in Imperial, and this is pretty much the game for Villese.
Yeah, it's just like, how can you compete with somebody who's an Imperial Age and who's going to have +4 defense and trebuchets with just Castle Age units?
You know what happened in this game, in my opinion, Orlo? It's the typical game that Babaorum is trying to play standard against a player that is much better than him. And when you are playing standard with a classic civilization like the Mongols against a player like Villese or some other players that are, well, some of the top, you need to make something special. And he didn't... I mean, he played good, but the other player is better, and in a standard gameplay, the better player should win the game.
Yeah, definitely. And just... as Mongols in this scenario, you just need to be so much more passive in the mid-game, and Hunt's getting such a big advantage. You could see in the mid-game how Villese was able to just get a much larger and better army and take better fights and get a better eco, and just was able to do more at once. Like, yeah, once post-Imp comes in with Elite Mangudai, then he's going to be just fine as Babaorum, but, I mean, he's never going to get there.
Yeah, because also he's trying to compete against the Hans with the same the units. I mean, going knights. If you are going to compete going knights, Hans will always be ahead. They get better economy, the production is faster, so you can't compete with knights versus knights, Mongols versus Hans, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. You probably need to go camels just to do something that isn't, you know, doing the same thing as your opponent but worse. But yeah, now Cavalier in for Villese, +4 attack on the way. And this game is all but over at this point.
Yeah, population is almost the same, yeah, but one is in Imperial Age, the other is in Castle, and you can see +2/+4 Cavaliers. This battle might be, because now with those Cavaliers, I believe that he'll take it. Let's see, because Red got some more army than the less there, but the upgrades will matter, I believe.
A lot of the units were light cavalry, and the Mangudai at least were able to provide some supporting fire from the back, so Red might be able to hold on here, but, I mean, it's just not going to be enough. I mean, Villese can just send in a bunch more Cavalier, right? And there's GG.
Yeah, and they called it, and he called it GG. Well, he did a good game, a standard game, but we have seen how the other player, Villese, is definitely in another level, and with the Hans, he just came back. At the end, I mean, he won the game, Orlu, losing more Villese than Babaorum in the whole game, which is, well, it's incredible because it only means that even like that, Villese can recover faster and multitask like crazy, and this is what happened in this game.
Yeah, just fantastic, just solid play from Villese, just doing everything he needs to do to make sure that even if you lose a villager here and there, you're still getting your machine up and running and just getting the army you need.
Okay, let's go and check the military. 46 Lagas Army, 45 economy, a little bit of food, well, no, a lot more food, a little bit of wood, sorry, stone almost the same, and gold similar, but this is what happened, man. That difference in the food gave Villese the huge advantage here. Absolutely, Villese at the end similar, but the timing was the key here. You see in the timeline, and well, he got army, but you can't compete in Castle or with the Huns.
Yeah, it's just not.
Okay, we keep going now with game number 2. Orlu with me, and civilizations are going to be an interesting one for sure. And there we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, let's go. Mr. Orlu, Chinese and Japanese. Overall, I always prefer Chinese, but what the Japanese can do here, Mr. Orlu?
So, this is an interesting matchup. Especially as somebody who studies East Asia academically. But in Age of Empires, Chinese are going to have the better eco, you know, once the game gets rolling. But there is always that vulnerability in, you know, early feudal age that Japanese are like the strongest, or at least one of the strongest civs at applying pressure in early feudal age, so it can be tricky.
Okay, well, let's see, like, you can see they switch the colors all the time. Now I see that Villese is as a red, but we keep Villese as a blue, and Babaorum as a red, Japanese. Okay, the map, well, the maps are already open all the time, which I really like to see. There is hills, obviously hills all over the map, not that huge hills, but it's still interesting. And the woodline for Villese is quite far, although. So this is gonna be difficult to defend.
Yeah, it's a little Akko Taco. Oh man, like it's like sort of wallable, kind of, but it's quite awkward. And I think what's going to be really important is the fact that both players have some really ugly hills in front of their base, and if the other player can get like well set up there, it could just be a disaster.
Yeah, well, the woodline for Babaorum, I still think that is a little bit better. It's closer, it seems a little bit closer. It's at the back as well. He can wall also that right area where the goat is there with, well, he's doing even a lumbercamp. I like this. A lot of people with Japanese do 2 lumbercamps due to have a better efficiency, since they are cheaper, 50%, remember? So he's doing 2 lumbercamps in different spots. This is good also to avoid the raiding, right, Orlo?
Yeah, definitely. And in this situation, Chinese are really going to need to be on the defensive. They have the more flexible army. They have the more inherently powerful unit they can go for with Chukonu. Japanese kind of missing that a little bit. But I definitely think that it can be... This matchup can play out pretty evenly, so long as I think the Japanese player can apply some pressure.
Okay. Well, let's see. Mill taking the berries, which is great. I mean, Japanese, that bonus with 50% is, it definitely gives you some really extra boost. But we're going to see militias from Japan, most likely, right? I mean, they are powerful. They are hitting faster. The goal, the main goal is in front. We see another goal really far at the back. I don't know even if he explored it. Let's check if Babaorum explored. Yeah, he did. He explored all the resources, all the important resources.
Yep. I definitely think that I prefer it when players, no matter what, like, unless you're really, really trying to lane that, at least you scout where all of your secondary resources are. I just feel like if you're in a situation where the game goes on and then you're like, you know, get some resources denied and you need to go somewhere else, but you don't know where your other secondary resources are, it's not great, honestly.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking, Lucifer, AOE. I really don't understand. I don't understand what that means. If someone can, I will message him, because I don't know what that means. I cannot control this when I'm casting. Okay,
yeah,
let's focus now in the game completely. And well, 5 villages on wood. Why 5 villages on wood that early? Well, China is always different build order. Oh, he's gonna lose the scout. He's gonna lose the scout. You don't wanna lose the scout. Oh, he saved it.
Oh.
Okay, he's saving it.
Did you know that Babaorum actually trained in this tournament by watching my Rex, just to really know how to use your scouts in Dark Age when it comes to enemy town centers?
Speechless.
Always
no,
when you're
man,
I mean, it shows dominance.
Yeah, no, sorry, I know what he means now. The games are not spoiled, amigo. The games we have the recorded games for both players' point of view, and it's selected random. Sometimes we select the games from the loser, and sometimes from the winner. So relax, guys, relax, because it's not spoiled at all. at all. We have got point of view from players that lose the games, another point of view for players that win the games. We got both point of view, both players, and they are definitely not being only the winner is not getting the POV. I mean, we are not that noobs, amigos, and we have definitely selected randomly the recorded. Yeah. Anyway, relax. Okay, they are up.
In my tournament, like my admins would like make fake part 1s and part 2s in series, like as if there were drops in games that never happened. Like admins are sneaky creatures.
The admin never fail, man. They are never fail. That's the thing. Anyway, let's focus in the games now, because now we are gonna have the action. They are going both for militias. For 5 militias, Babaorum. What the hell? Well, let's get closer then. 5 militias, but if you wall, the 5 militias are not gonna make any impact. But is he gonna wall Villese? Villese! Ay, Villese! He's gonna wall, he's gonna wall! Villese! He didn't wall, and now he's inside with 5 militias, but he's not attacking. What the hell? He didn't attack. Why he didn't block that, Villese? Now 5 militias attacking the walls. I can't believe this.
But
Okay.
they're men-at-arms, and they're Japanese men-at-arms at that. And like I said earlier, Chinese going for men-at-arms is so hard on your eco. You can see that Villese was not able to get double bit-axe, whereas Babaorum was. And now that lumber camp is going down at a pretty alarming rate, honestly.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
that's gonna go down.
Yeah, man.
Japanese men-at-arms don't mess around.
Well, but he can do another, and he's doing another. Now, let's see what Blue is going to do. Villese is gonna try to dominate here. The hill advantage, he need to go. The scout is really low HP, and also he got Villese. He will be okay if he's microing properly, but he got already 2 men-at-arms really low HP, while all the men-at-arms from red are full HP, Orlo.
Yeah, no, it's nice play from Babaorum so far. Now just going to be rotating over to the forge bushes. Some quick walls will make sure they don't do any damage. You need to make sure you don't get like 1 men-at-arms segmented off and killed. And archers going to be coming in, and that will eventually spell the end here for this infantry play.
Okay. Let's go with the men-at-arms, archers. Well, 5 men-at-arms, 4 men-at-arms. He's chasing 2 Villese more. I mean, those Villese are normally because it's Chinese, so not big deal. Now he need to be careful, man. Those Japanese men-at-arms are just amazing, Arlo. Are really good.
Yeah, it's they're really strong. I feel like definitely especially against a civ that can be vulnerable in early feudal age. I get the idea, and I like the game plan overall from Babaorum. Just not quite able to make it happen though. And coming out of this, Villese's economy should be better, even if his bit axe was a lot later.
Okay, well, 2, 4 really. He's going with the skirmishes now, Babaorum. In the early game, in both games, he's taking the lead, man. This French player, and now he got the fletching even. Man, this is now is even more dangerous than before, because he's putting the pressure with the skirmishers and not even blast for Villese. Villese need the stable, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little
and look
weird.
what he's doing.
There's the 1 men-at-arm left.
The stable, man. Memstradamus, man. I want to see the emoticon, please. I mean, come on, man. I mean, so noble. We deserve some credit. Villese did the stable. 5 seconds after, what he's doing? Well, we know something about the game. Come on, Orlu. We deserve some credit. But why he need the stable? Because he's coming full skills, +1, and Villese didn't have the blast bit. So you need something to counter, and you can't match up the range units with all the range units with less resources, with less upgrades.
Definitely not. There is fletching on the way though for Villese. Is he just focusing on archers, and he's making a skirmisher? Kinda strange to me, but I feel like archer and scout is going to be better than trying to mix in your own skirmishers.
Absolutely, but at least, well, he's trying to put the pressure, the farmers, 12. He's forcing also to have some good amount of idols for blue. The scores say that he's still really ahead. He's getting a lot of idle time with this aggression, Orlo. A lot of idle time. But why not some spear? If you see that, the spears also will be great from Japanese. Now he might lose everything.
Yeah, and of course, it's very easy to mix in the Spearman and also beautiful snipe on the one archer from Villese. And now all of those skirmishers are in jeopardy. And those scouts, they're going to pick them off. Okay, here comes the Spearman, but that one Spearman can get sniped so easily.
Yeah, and he did well, but now he need to go back a little. Still 3 villages ahead, Villese. Will borrow for any of the players? No. Both with Horse Collar and Double V tags. He's going again. But man, how many games have you casted in the matchmaking and you don't see these battles? You never see these feudal battles. Never see these feudal battles. It's wall and fast castle 95% of the games. I mean, I'm so happy really how the map is developing and we are only in the round 1. Imagine, no disrespect, when we are going to see, I don't know, MBL versus Mr. Yo. For example, yeah, that potentially can happen in group stage if they win the round 2 both. It's gonna be sick, man, really.
Yeah, it's really it's great to see the more traditional Arabia style, but with like more, it's like the players are much better than they used to be, right? And that's why they were kind of walling to begin with. But now like the unit transitions are better, they're faster, their timings are smoother, and the micro's better, and it's just great to see the sort of evolution of players over time, but they're still forced to be aggressive.
Yeah, look how Red has been focusing completely on the arches, but even like that now Scouts and Skirmishes Villese, 1 village ahead is still, but they're still more or less the same army, and both are spamming completely. Now Babaorum is still with more military, but he's coming with the Scout. At least he put him out from his base, Villese. I'm checking now with the zoom out. Yeah, he's not even wall Babaorum with a good amount of farms, and now let's get closer and closer again to see the action. He's trying to get the hill. Obviously, this combination, if he micro against those spears, seems stronger for Villese. But Babaorum still doing a good job, and the scores say that he's taking the lead, which I'm a little bit skeptical, you know?
Yeah. I don't know why. It feels like in DE the score is even more misleading than it was back in Voobly. Maybe it's just me being crazy. But Wheelbarrow now on the way here for our Chinese player Villese. And I think it's going to be a matter of who can get to Castle Age first, but I see quadra range from Babaorum.
Yeah, I know the score now. Auto Scout from Babaorum Sims, because if you check Fog of War for both, Babaorum has explored almost all the map. Villese didn't explore even 50% of the map. Just look. You see? It's desperation. It's desperation, so it is okay. Well, Babaorum has explored all the map except the left at 9 o'clock. Anyway, let's keep going, because now we can see 44 villages, 43, Babaorum is still with more army. But again, and it's happening again, and you tell me how the hell this is happening when he's even doing a scout. Look at Villese economy. Villese economy, man. Well, now scouts as well for Red. He's doing market and he can go up. I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Villese's macro is just totally on point. Really nice to see, honestly. Like, considering everything that's been going on, getting Castle Age, I mean, clicking up before 23 minutes is pretty impressive with how many skirmishers, how many scouts, even getting +1 defense before clicking up for your scouts. Like, yeah, Chinese eco is good, but it's still very impressive play.
Yeah, well, China economy is good, but it is, I mean, I can understand a little bit ahead, but man, the Babaorum, it's not even close. Now he's doing a skill bar in armor. Yes, I agree. He has double the army, so he's going full feudal. Maybe now he should come even forward with towers. Is the only that I'm missing. When you are that ahead with the military, just go towers now. What do you think, Orlo?
Yeah, I mean,
put all pressure, everything all in. If you are going all in.
Yeah, definitely. Scouts coming in as well from Babaorum, just going full feudal age, and I think this is a smart adaptation from the last game, where, you know, he realized that he can't just play a bit more passive against a Civ that has a better eco, and then, you know, just try and take it to late game. he needs to do something much more proactive, and I'm glad that we're seeing that. But it looks like Villese is in a pretty good spot to defend.
Not gonna work, man. Not gonna work. He's doing another stable. Now 2 stables is with how many villages on goal? 8 villages on goal. I'm checking those scouts. He's still with 20 army 7, but well, 7 villages ahead, 20 population more. But how fast Knights +2 are gonna kill all that? Huh.
Quite fast. And, like, even the bank for Villese is so sick. Like, he's going to be able to get chain barding, bowsaw, and 2 knights all at the same time. Like, that's just really sick. And this game is all ogre.
Yeah, man, you don't have a lot of spears. Abris 4. No. Okay. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. So it's crazy. I mean, it's about decisions. Babaorum know how to play. He was playing good. He was doing some good micro. But then suddenly you check the resources for Villese. Gaia cheating because look at those resources. No, they are just great. Great players playing amazingly well. And probably if you see them both sit down, you might see that the mechanics, the speed, how they multitask is also a big difference.
Yeah, it's I don't know. At least for me personally, it's always cool at like LAN events to see watch pro players like over their shoulder, like seeing them, like how fast they are and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, of course you can watch streams and stuff, but I don't know, like just seeing it in person is really cool.
Well, when I was in the lands in Manchester in Germany and we saw them well, clicking the keyboards, we could see exactly what we're talking about. So it's pretty sick. Babaorum 25 armies, 7 army Villese, but with 7 army Villese, he's gonna clean absolutely everything, and he is still with 6 villages more. But now, how do you stop those Knights +2? Well, definitely you cannot stop them. At least that you got 20,000 spear, which is not the case. GG has been called with a score almost the same. It's crazy. Well, Villese just proved here that he is in another level player.
Yeah, and I would say that this was probably the most one-sided match we were likely to get today, but I still think Babaorum is showing that he is a solid player, definitely, even if he's not quite at the same level.
Yeah. But he didn't do like... You didn't notice that he did any mistake. Like, maybe he wanted to commit a lot in feudal, and then the other player was... Yeah, well, with that macro he got, it didn't work. But he didn't do like, oh, he did this mistake, he didn't know. You know, I mean, Villese just was, yeah, one step ahead than him. Congratulations for your gameplay, Babaorum, and keep getting motivated and improving for the next one, man. 15 Luggage Army 29. Look at the unit kills economy. That's the thing here. You check the economy, and Villese only got 400 more food. Then Babaorum got 800 more wood and more gold. But Villese managed to reach Castle Edge, and from Castle Edge, he just dominated. Guys, 2-0. Going to see now another crazy series. The Brazilian Miguel versus another new, well, not as new player, but yeah, not as known, right? The German Running.
A good up-and-coming player.